Hi everyone, this is Denise Levy. I'm an artist and designer, and today I'm going to show you how to put together this cute ghost boo card, continuing on with my little Polaroid frame 3D card series. So we're going to start out with this background layer. I'm going to put glue on the very bottom of this blue cloud layer, get that positioned lined up on the bottom of that white background piece, and get it as centered as best I can. I like to kind of lift those flaps up, and that kind of shimmies that blue piece in place, and then I will get glue on the rest of that piece to secure that down. And then that background, the very back piece rather, is complete. Now I will move on to the middle layer of the card. I will get all the little pieces out that I cut. I like to put pieces in these clear envelopes so I don't lose any. Sometimes I still do lose pieces though, so but it does help. All right, so you're going to overlap this yellow. You're going to put the green layer over the yellow, and I decided it would be easier just to glue those two together first and then glue them to the card, and that way I can make sure that I've got that squared up at the bottom. Those will just line up together perfectly at the bottom edge there, as you see I'm doing. And so then you make sure you really get that square. And as soon as I'm happy with that, I will put glue on the back of that, and I will glue that to the card. And on that middle layer background piece, shows you exactly how that is supposed to line up. And well, looks like I wasn't happy with that, so I'm going to kind of readjust, get that back down and in place. Next, I will put the little fence down, and that little fence is just going to line up right at the bottom of that those little green grass hill areas. And I will get glue. I'm not going to put glue on every single post, but I'll just put some here and there, and that should be sufficient for that. I like to use this Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. It is really strong, and it comes with that precision tip, so you can really get into small areas like with this fence. Now I'm going to layer the gray ghost over the black ghost, and that will create his little face or her little face. I don't, who knows, up to you. And get those lined up, and then I will get that glued down in its spot on this middle layer of the card. And then we will move on to the little boo sentiment. And you have the little speech bubble that goes right on top. So I'm weeding the sentiment, and now I'm going to get all those positive little areas off the B and the O. I apologize for my voice. I am fighting a little summer cold. I'm filming this in August, and I just can't quite seem to get rid of it. Anyway, so that middle O kind of shifted on me a little bit. That's okay. I'll get that back in place and continue to weed. And then using my transfer tape, I will get that lifted off of the backing paper. I'll burnish it on the front, and then I'll flip it over, and I will also burnish it on the back, and then that should lift up nicely for me, as you see me do. And then I put the speech bubble on there, and I think I'm going to apply the boo like that, and then I'm like, no, I gotta have this flat to my work surface, so I just shift that over, get the boo down, and then I will burnish that again and release, carefully pull off the transfer tape. and make sure I don't lift off any cardstock. And then I'm going to use some little foam adhesive circles to put this speech bubble down, because I've got 2 layers of cardstock with the ghost. So I just kind of want to bring the speech bubble up a little bit. And I just like the way that looks. You could glue it flat if you chose. Up to you. It's your card. It's your project. And I got that down, and that's the middle layer, and that's done. Now we'll move on to the very front layer of the card, which features this cute little pumpkin. And I'm going to get all the pumpkin pieces out, and I'm going to start, I guess I'm just going to dry fit it. And so this the lightest pumpkin layer, the top layer, is going to glue right on top of the green, and then that creates the stem. And so I'm going to get some glue on that and get that glued to that stem piece. And then that piece is going to be glued centered on the darkest, and then just continue on. So looks like I decided to go ahead and get, I guess I'm dry fitting it all again, and there's the little spider. I think I'm just trying to decide if I wanted to add some foam tape, and I decided against it. So I'm just going to flat glue every layer of this. This pumpkin comes together very easily. It's a simple little design, but I think it's pretty cute. So you just continue on with each layer, get them centered on the next, and then get that last one glued on there. And I think I decided against the foam adhesive, because then it would be too thick for the spider. So that's what I was doing there. So I've got that all in place. Now with the spider, I will use a foam adhesive circle to adhere the spider. If you purchase this card from me, thank you so much for supporting my art. If you're interested in purchasing this card, it is available at the Silhouette Design Store and my Etsy shop, which is DeniseLevyStudio.com. So now I'm going to assemble the card. So in that back layer, I bring those flaps up, and the middle layer of the one flap goes up and the other one goes back. And I'm showing you that there. And so I will put glue on the left flap, which I folded forward, and I'm going to line that up with the crease of the tiny flap. And then I'm going to line that up, and I'm also going to do my best to get it also lined up on the bottom. And I kind of just, to get it in place, I will also, you see me kind of fold that tiny flap up, and that makes sure I've got that in the right position. Now with the right flap, I'm going to put glue, and I'm just going to fold over those big flaps, just straight over and press down, and then you see, voila, it's put together. And then those tiny flaps is where that front frame piece will adhere to. So I've got glue on the left one, and I will just get that into position. I will hold that for a couple seconds to make sure that it is secure. And once I'm happy with that, I will get glue down on the other side. And like I was saying, if you purchase this card for me, thank you so much. And thank you also for watching this video. I sure do appreciate any likes or follows here on my YouTube channel. So now I'm just going to hold that on the right side just to make sure that that is all nice and secure. And then this card is done, and it will collapse and fit into an A7 size envelope. And I'm showing you here how the card then stands up on its own, so it's easy for the recipient of the card to display it. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.